why we wanted to do like plasma and plasma constructions like with Joseph originally was that we were in this mindset that in a plasma chain you would have to, like users would have to verify the entire chain. And so if all of the activity was happening on plasma, it would be too much to verify. But with constructions like plasma cache and plasma cache flow, it's like that by itself takes the amount of verification load down from being like O of n to being logarithmic. So I think that might already get you most of the benefits of being plasma on plasma. But that's still something that we probably need to think more about. I feel like right now, kind of most of the plasma community is more just trying to kind of get existing things working and working well, rather than trying to kind of optimize even more of that complexity. Because like just one layer of plasma working like well can already do so much. At least like that's my feeling at this point.
Question?
If you guys have questions about Vitalik or some Ethereum 2.0 stuff, then you can ask a question after this meetup is over. Please focusing on a little bit about the presentation.
I got a question for Vitalik. Yeah. No.
Vitalik, I have a question for the this is the first time to heard about the environment.
Yeah.
So could you compare with the truffle ganache or status impact?
The ganache is testing blockchain, so it is another kind of development tool. So I'm gonna compare with Truffle. Truffle is useful tool. I agree, and it is useful for test framework, but it has very big learning curve for developers. They have to learn about all JavaScript functions and all framework of Truffles. So if you just start developing smart contract, it would be very long time to make a service or a big contract. In Basic, you don't have to learn about any JavaScript or any libraries. Yeah, you can easily execute or deploy all contracts with a single command line, and it's very easy. I assure. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
A bit of a new question. 안녕하세요. A bit of a new question. Okay, so your tool set is mostly geared towards smart contracts and towards the composition of it, not so much in the logic of the code, but more so in getting developers off the ground to actually deploy smart contracts as perhaps as quickly as possible. You said they can focus more on logic, but is there any inclusion for helping the developer develop logic within the smart contract? And is there any way are there any tools that can help the developer test the logic within the smart contract?
In Basic or in general ecosystem?
In both.
Yeah. Actually, you have planned. We got a lot of various plans to improve Basic, and one way is improves IDE, so that that helps developers to make their smart contract easier. Like so, the declaration file, as I've shown, has been more improved with IDE. So you can drag and drop some contracts, and the declaration file will generate it, and you can easily deploy them. So another plan is supports EVM. I'll lose my word. EVM package, is it? Yeah, EVM package that is general library for smart Solidity. So it's like an npm or other things. So we have planned, but not yet. And in general ecosystem, you can find OpenJavelin library or EVM package. So like this, yeah, I think. Thank you.
Okay, I think we need to get to the next part of the presentation.
Can I ask for Vitalik? Yeah. Thank you. Hatch Labs is developing some middleware solution, so I think there's some conflict with usability and UX and decentralization. So I wonder your opinion. That do you think some API server that can call function of the smart contract and or some query some data of smart contract is undermine decentralization?
It's like, well, first of all, like, one question is that does the way it works right now rely on any calls to centralized servers?
No.
No. Okay. So, like, what are the kind of things that you might want to call to a server for?
There are some services existing that open some API server, and they have some users private key and user call the API, then API call function with the private key mapped. So that kind of one services existed, and the other thing is some centralized server collects all data from the blockchain and just keeps the blockchain data, just read only data.
But, like, isn't the second kind of like, what's the difference for that second example? What's the difference between that and an Ethereum node?
Ethereum node, so it is hard to query all data from the Ethereum blockchain.
So this would be like an Ethereum node with like a much more extended, like maybe SQL interface or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and that seems like something that's fine, and again, I totally understand why people would need it. But it would definitely be good to try to kind of standardize those things as well, so it would be easier to like switch from one provider to the other. I mean, the first example of like an API for a server that stores your private key, and I'm not sure I kind of understand the case for that much, because like if you have an API key that you can use to call an API to get your private key, why not just store the private key locally?
Yeah, maybe.
But, yeah, and I get that there's like some use cases where you would want to just like call to special servers, and I think it's definitely like fine to support that as well. I think as long as it's done in a way that it's kind of standardized, so it's easier to kind of switch between different providers for the same thing.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. The next title of presentation is a security assessment by the Suho. Suho is the Korean security blockchain startup, and the CEO is the Jisoo Park. And I remember today we are having a discussion and having a conversation about the future of the security business in the blockchains at a convenience store in front of his office, but he's not here because of the flight delays from the German. And instead, the Jung-Hwa Ho, the business developer of the Suho, speaks today. Please make some applause for her upcoming presentation.
Yes, hi, I'm Jung-Hwa, and a business developer of Suho, which leads research, security, and compliance. Today, I will share about what we have researched and experienced, and how to solve the problems we recognize. And let's start. There are various agendas related to the blockchain. To solve them, many people are struggling now. And all of the existing agendas should focus on security, contract security, developer experience, and compliance. Of course, in the security sector, there are many tools and audit firms in these days. And the current situation has been progressive very much in compared to the West. But there are still many limitations. For example,